Hello. Uh, Yeah, hello everyone. So, good evening, guys. Good evening, Dheeraj. Hello, Gayatri. Hello, everyone. Hello, Nikhil. Okay, fine. So, today we'll be taking up Yojana and Kurukshetra magazine discussion. And so, the Yojana and Kurukshetra magazine that will be dealing will be from the February month. So we what we'll be doing is that we'll be taking a few selected topics or the most important topic from your UPSC syllabus point of view in both Yojana and Kurukshetra magazine, and then we'll be taking up or say discussing those topics. Is it clear? So these are those important topics. If you see the first three topics is from your Kurukshetra, that is February month Kurukshetra, and the last three topics is from your February month Yojana magazine. Is it clear? So good evening, good evening. Okay, fine. So now let us start with the topic. And again here, if possible, if you get a hard copy or say physical copy of Yosha and Kurukshetra February month, kindly go through these articles. That is, say, these three articles is from your Kurukshetra topic, and these three article is from your Yojana topic, your Yojana magazine. Is it clear? Fine. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Prakash. Good evening, Pihu. Okay, fine. So, chalo then. Let us start with the first topic. And the first topic deals with shaping sustainable food system with so the first topic deals with shaping sustainable food system with storage infrastructure. So this is one of the most important article in your in your Kurukshetra magazine. And this article, I'll give you a gist about this article. This article deals with the importance of storage infrastructure in the agriculture sector. And we know that India's agriculture sector, the losses or say the post harvest losses hover somewhere up to 10 percentage, and overall up to 10 percentage. And for the perishable goods, say in terms of your vegetable or in terms of your fruits, the perishable goods, the losses is up to say 30 to 40 percentage of losses. This is one of the highest in the entire world. Say you grow 100 kgs of fruit, 30 or 40 kgs of fruit is already spoiled before it goes to the consumer. That is, from the farmer till the consumer, 30 to 40 percentage of the food, there is a waste in terms of your vegetable and your that is fruits. But however, overall post harvest losses in India's agriculture sector is somewhere around 10 percentage, and that's also huge in number. This entire article focuses on the importance of storage infrastructure. That is, if you should have if India has to have a sustainable food system, it is only possible if we have an adequate storage infrastructure. So that is the basic gist of this article. Is it clear? Any doubt? All good? Indra, visible? Any issues? Audio, video, all clear, guys. Audio, video, all clear, right? All okay, fine. I think someone raised the issue, right? Yeah, it is clear from our side. So I think there is some technical issue from your side, I guess. Okay, it's okay, fine. So now understood, right? So this is the crux of this article. So now let us go in detail regarding the article. So what happens if you see here, the production of fruits and vegetable. This is from your Ministry of Agriculture. India has the second largest producer of fruits and vegetables, second largest. But however, the issue is that so we are the second largest producers of fruit and vegetable as per the government of India. But however, the issue is that the agriculture, that is the post harvest losses, say in your vegetable and fruits, is up to say 30 to 40 percentage. That's huge number. So you cultivate 100 kgs of fruit, 40 kg of fruit is outrightly rotten before it goes to the consumer. So that is the main issue. The entire article talks about how do we have a sustainable food system on through storage infrastructure. If we do not have an adequate storage infrastructure, having sustainable food system is very difficult. That is the entire crux of this article. So now let us start with the problems. That is, that is the problem, that is post harvest losses and its impacts. So if you consider here India's current storage infrastructure is system, for the people who don't know or say who are very new to this UPSC preparation, storage infrastructure system in agriculture sector means it is like the warehouse or say go downs or say cold storage system, where after harvesting, after yield, you will store your agricultural produce. Say after the yield of say paddy, you'll go and store in some warehouse. So after the yield, after the harvest of say tomato, you'll go and preserve it in a cold storage. The reason why we are putting it in a storage facility is that in order to avoid the in order to avoid the disintegration of the food, or say what's the appropriate word. uh, I'm so sorry, I'm not able to get it. So in order to increase the shelf life, yeah, the appropriate word is in order to increase the shelf life of the food, or so that's the reason why we store it in the cold storage or say in a warehouse. So in India, the biggest problem is that we do not have adequate infrastructure to hold the product, to store the agricultural goods. So as a reason, what's happening, there's a high post harvest losses. So that is the important reason why India doesn't have, why there's a high agricultural losses. And again here, what are the other issues? Inadequate storage facilities. See, mainly along the Green Revolution belt, say Green Revolution belt in terms of your Punjab, Haryana, Western UP, there we have adequate storage facilities. Say adequate storage facilities in terms of say warehouse, etc. But however, in most part of India, mainly in rural India, we lack storage facilities. But still people store it, and mainly that is in terms of your open storage. And there's no proper warehouse or say cold storage units, that's not there. So in warehouse and cold storage unit, the chances of the shelf life can easily increase of of the food grains, or say your any of the food products, agricultural products. But however, if it is in an open storage, or say open storage in the sense you dump it in the you put it in a gunny bag and place it in a open farm, those kind of ways of storage will lead to a lot of losses in terms of agricultural goods. And again, lack of technology, this is one big issue in terms of the storage infrastructure in India. Lack of technology in terms of maintaining temperature and humidity. See, what's the main reason why the agricultural products get spoiled? Say why the tomatoes get spoiled, or say why the vegetables, or say fruits, or say even food grains get spoiled. It is because of high temperature and humidity. When you control temperature and humidity, you can increase the shelf life of the agricultural produce. That's the reason, right? You put a vegetable or a fruit in the fridge, so it doesn't spoil. So the reason being, in the fridge, in the refrigerator, you are able to control the temperature and humidity. But whereas if you do not have a proper technology in terms of controlling temperature and humidity, so what will happen? That will lead to the spoilage of the agricultural produce. As a reason, the post harvest losses will increase. So again, the problem is that we do not have adequate technology in terms of monitoring, or say in terms of maintaining the temperature and humidity. So this is another issue. And again, poor infrastructure maintenance. Even if we have adequate storage infrastructure facilities, it is not being properly maintained. See, the classic example over here is that your Green Revolution belt. So in the Green Revolution belt, say that is your Punjab, Haryana, and Western UP, we do have adequate warehouses, but those warehouses are not being properly maintained. Those cold storages are not properly maintained. So as a reason, what happens? It leads to inefficiency, and it again, it doesn't work properly, and the we do not get the appropriate result from it. So the poor infrastructure maintenance is another major issue. And again, transportation bottlenecks. See, the warehouse, first of all, in India, the main issue is that we do not have adequate storage infrastructure. And wherever the storage infrastructure are there, that is very far away from the farmlands. So, as a reason, if a farmer has to store his harvest, if a farmer has to store, say, his paddy or say some vegetable harvest, he or she has to take this harvest from the farmland to a very far place in the warehouse or say in the cold storage. But in order to take the agricultural yield from the farmland to the storage facility, we require transportation. But however, in India we do not have adequate transportation system. So transportation system in terms of your vehicle, in terms of the proper roads, etc. So as a reason, one issue is that we do not have adequate storage infrastructure. Another issue is that there is a transportation bottleneck, that is transporting the agricultural harvest from the farmland till the warehouse in itself is a challenge. So this is a transportation challenges. And again, climate vulnerabilities in the recent times. Due to climate change, what is happening, the overall temperature is increasing. Why does the agricultural yield spoils? The main reason is increase in temperature or increase in humidity. So now what is happening, due to global warming, the temperature is increasing. As a reason, the agricultural yield quickly gets spoiled. So again, this is your climate vulnerabilities. Again, extreme weather event in terms of say heat waves. In terms of heat waves, if there is extreme heat waves, what would happen? It would spoil the agricultural produce as such. So these are the problems that we have. And again here, what are the impacts of it? Again, it would cause economic losses. If there is any losses, post harvest losses, it would have major impact. First is from the economic perspective, that is there would be economic losses for the farmers. Why? The farmers would have put so much of money in terms of the input, that is farming input, that is say fertilizers, your pesticides, your seeds, water, current, etc. So as a reason, but however, during the harvest, if there's a major losses in the harvest, what would happen? The amount of money which the farmer has put in, he or she will cannot recover it. So as a reason, that will lead to economic losses. That is, just imagine if there is a 40% losses in terms of the post harvest losses. That's a big economic loss for the farmers. So if a farmer would earn say 100 rupees from the yield, and due to post harvest losses, say in terms of your fruits and vegetable, it's just 30 to 40 percentage losses. Say let us consider 30 percentage. Say one farmer was supposed to get 100% of the money, but now this farmer is just getting 70% of the money. Because what happened to the 30 percentage? Post harvest losses. Again, that will lead to economic losses for the farmers. And again, it is a major food security concerns. Food security concerns not just for the farmers, for the entire India. If there's any post harvest losses, it has a major impact in terms of the food security. So what is the definition of food security? Can someone tell what's the definition of food security? Simple definition of food security. The simple definition of food security is three A's. What is three A's? Availability, affordability, accessibility. When we have availability of food, affordability of food, accessibility to food, then that is your food security. So, but however, due to post harvest losses, what happens? The availability factor would get affected. So, what happens if there's a major losses after the harvest? So what will happen to the availability? There is no food grain available. Why there is no food grain available? Because post harvest losses. Why there's no agricultural commodity available in the market? Because there is a post harvest losses. If there's any damages to the availability factor, this would affect the food security. Is it clear? If there's any damage to the availability factor, this would affect the food security. And next one, price volatility. See here, post harvest losses has a major impact in terms of price volatility. So price volatility, in the sense, the price keeps fluctuating. So due to the post harvest losses, what would happen? It will affect the supply side. So if there's a post harvest losses, the supply into the market would come down. If the supply into the market comes down, what would happen to the prices in the market? The prices in the market would go high. Say for example, in the market, say hypothetical example, if again here, if we were supposed to have say 100 kgs of tomato in the market, 100 kgs of tomato in the market, but however, due to some extreme weather events, there was post harvest losses. Now due to the post harvest losses, now just say 60 kgs of tomato came to the market. So earlier it was supposed to be 100 kgs of tomato that had to come to the market. Due to post harvest losses, now only 60 kg of tomato has come to the market. So as a reason, what will happen? The prices will increase because the supply is very less. The prices will automatically increase. So as a reason, that will lead to price volatility. Any, for that matter, anything, any food grain, any fruits, vegetables, if there is any huge post harvest losses, the supply of that commodity into the market will come down. If the supply of that commodity into market comes down, what will happen? Again, the prices will shoot. So again, this is your post harvest losses. It also has environmental impacts. So what are the environmental impacts again? So it will unnecessarily lead to excessive cultivation, or say excessive usage of pesticides, etc. So as a reason, it will have environmental impact also. And the food waste also contributes to the methane emission. How food waste contributes to methane emission? So because the food waste, when it rottens, what will happen? It will start emitting methanes. And again, methane is your greenhouse gas, and that will increase your global warming. So these are your environmental losses, or say environmental impacts. So then what is the solution that is available? The main important solution is we should have cold chain infrastructure. See, what is the reason why there is huge losses, or say 30 to 40 percentage of losses in your in fruits and vegetable aspects of agriculture? The reason being, we do not have adequate cold storage infrastructure. Since we do not have adequate cold storage infrastructure, what would happen? So there is a major losses. So what is the solution? We should have adequate cold storage infrastructures, say in terms of cold chain networks, refrigerated trucks, etc. So that will ensure that the vegetables and the fruits, or say the perishable goods, to be more precise, the perishable goods, the losses in the perishable goods can be controlled. And again, warehouse modernization. So warehouse modernization in the sense, so what are the warehouse that we have, or say what are the godowns that we have, that is very obsolete. That usually most of the warehouses or godowns that was constructed is during your green revolution period, and most of the warehouse are concentrated in your green revolution belt area. But however, now the solution has to be, we have to upgrade these warehouses, say with new technology, say in terms of your temperature control system, or say in terms of your humidity control system, etc. So these are the measures that we have to take in order to modernize the warehouse. Only then we can cut down the food, that is the post harvest losses. And again, decentralized storage. One of the main issue is that in the storage system, the agricultural warehouses, or say the cold chain networks, are not very close to the farmers. So these are very far away from the farmland. So but however, the solution, the article suggests that we should have a decentralized storage system. So what do you mean by decentralized storage system? Have multiple small storage systems near the farmers, or in the villages itself, have multiple storage system, rather than having a big storage infrastructure in one part of the district. Have multiple small storage infrastructures in all the villages. So that will increase, that will reduce the transportation cost, and that will lower the post harvest losses. So the again, what are the benefits of this solution? It will ensure food security. How does it ensures food security? When the post harvest losses are low, what would happen? The availability of food grains for the people will increase. The availability of food commodity of the people will increase. So as a reason, this will increase the food security. So what is the definition of food security? Availability, affordability, accessibility of food. So that is your food security definition. When the post harvest losses are low, when I reduce the post harvest losses, what will happen? The availability of food commodities to the public will increase, and again that ensures food security. Next one is economic prosperity would go high. Why the economic prosperity among the farmers would increase? It is because the farmers will not face any losses. Earlier, say for example, the post harvest losses for fruits and vegetables was 30-40 percentage. Say if a farmer was supposed to get the yield of say 100 kgs, and he has to get the money for 100 kg, what would happen due to the post harvest losses? He used to get only say money for 70 kg. What happened to the remaining 30 kg? It got spoiled. So during transportation or the lack of cold storage, it got spoiled. So the farmer can only get benefits of up to 70 kgs. Now when we control the post harvest losses, it will boost the economic prosperity among the farmers. So again, environmental sustainability, that is, we can reduce the food wastage, we can reduce the greenhouse gas, and we can reduce the pressure on the natural resources like land and water. So if there's the post harvest losses can be controlled, then what will happen? We need not cultivate a lot of food grains, and the methane that is emitted from the that is the decomposition of the food waste will also come down. So as a reason, that will lead to environmental sustainability. And it also ensures the health and nutrition aspects, because the increase in the that is decrease in the post harvest losses, and increase in the usage of new technologies, what will happen? The overall food spoiling loss will come down. So as a reason, what will happen? We can also take care of the health and nutrition aspects. This again comes under the food security aspects itself. So these are the benefits that we can get if we sort out the issues that we have in terms of agricultural storage infrastructure. Is it clear? Fine. So now let us take this question. So yeah, kindly solve this. Fine. Okay. uh, Chandrasekhar, I think you should mail Chandrasekhar. I'm not sure about it. Okay. This topic deals with agriculture, Prakash. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Okay, fine. So now let us take the next topic. So again, this was one of the most important article in the Yojana magazine. Again, if you get hold of this February month, sorry, Kurukshetra magazine, if you get hold of this Kurukshetra magazine, so kindly read this one. So it's a simple scheme. So what is this? One district, one product. Now, please everyone focus here. I'll just give a summary of this entire article, and then we'll go in detail regarding this article. One district, one product. The name itself suggests that it is one district, one product. So government of India, that is your ministry of commerce, so what it did, it wanted to promote the MSME sectors. So that is the different production manufacturing sector it has to promote. So how do we do it? So what did Government of India do? Government of India told that we will identify one product in one district and we will promote those products. So that is the entire scheme all about. So what is the scheme? The Government of India will identify the one of the most important product of one district, and then it will promote that product. So what will happen? It will increase the sales of the product, it will create employment, and it will create the economic activity in that district due to one product. See, each district will be famous for one or the other thing. Say for example, if you take Kanchipuram, so Kanchipuram, Kanchipuram silk sarees. If you take Mysore, so we have Mysore silk sarees. So different regions, or say different districts, will have one important product, and the Government of India wants to promote this product. So so as a reason, what will happen? It will create employment, it will increase the economic activities. And it will also can lead to the export, increase in the export potential. So this is all about the this is what that the article speaks about this program. Is it clear? Fine. So now let us see. Yeah, Anjali, Agra with Peta. Okay, fine. Good. Okay, fine. So this is one district, one product scheme is a unique initiative launched by Government of India. In Government of India, it is Ministry of Commerce. So no, not the Ministry of Commerce. So to promote the local entrepreneurship, boost economic growth, and enhance marketability of a district-specific product by promoting and branding one product from each district in the country. That is what Government of India will do, is that they will select one product from the district and they will market it, or say they will help in selling that product. So as a reason, what will happen? That will boost economic growth, that will promote the local entrepreneurship, in the sense local business regarding that product, and it will also enhance the marketability of that product. So overall, what will happen? The district would get benefited from that one product. So that is the basics of this one district, one product scheme. So again here, what are the objectives? What are the objectives, or say broad objectives of one district, one product scheme? That is the promote the local crafts and products. Say here, okay, before this, how do we operate this one district, one product scheme? This is a Government of India project, and it will be implemented by the state government. It is completely funded by the Government of India. But however, who will identify which product is the most important in that district, or say XYZ district? It is the state government will identify. The union government will not come and identify which is the most important product in that district. So who will identify the most important product in that district? It is the state government will identify, and the state government will recommend that product to the central government, and the central government will then try to market those products. That's how the things work in this one district, one product scheme. So again here, what is the benefit, or so what is the objective of this one district, one product scheme? So that is, the first one is, it would promote the local crafts and products. Again, when the important product of that district is been selected, the Government of India would market that product. So as the reason, what would happen? It would promote the local craft and product, because the most important product have been selected and the Government of India would market it. Again, it would lead to skill development and employment generation. Now if that product has been selected, so what will happen? The Government of India will market it, and again the Government of India will support those products. So as a reason, what would happen? People would start manufacturing that product. If people would start manufacturing that product, it will lead to employment generation, it will lead to skill development. So this is here again the skill, the other objectives of the one district one product scheme. Again, it will lead to preservation of tradition, preserving of tradition and cultural heritage. So it is being advised by the government of India to the state governments that what are the product that the state government chooses or selects in each district, that product should have some heritage or say some traditional products. So again, what will happen if the government of India has advised the state government to select a product which has some traditional value, which has some tradition or say heritage associated with it, so then what would happen, the state government would select those kind of products. So it will lead to the preserving of tradition and cultural heritage. And again, it would boost the rural economy. So if a product has been selected, so automatically what would happen, the rural areas in that district can also start manufacturing those products, and it would boost the rural economy. And market linking, that is market linkage and branding. So again here, see, one of the main reason why the products or the most important product in each districts was not able to reach to the actual consumer is because marketing, lack of marketing and branding. Now government of India will do the marketing and branding for the selected products. So as a reason, what would happen, so the it can reach the bigger market, and their branding will also increase because the product has been supported by the government of India. So these are the objectives of one district one product scheme. So how do we implement it? I'll again summarize it. So the scheme is your government of India scheme, that is your central government scheme. It is by your Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So the one district one product scheme is by Ministry of Commerce. So the scheme comes under union government. But however, state government, what should your state government do? State government should identify the product from each districts within its state and suggest that one to the union government. Then union government will indulge in marketing, branding, etc. So it is a state government that has to identify the product and refer it to the union government. And the district authorities, what the district authorities have to do, they will have to work with the local artisans who are producing the who are manufacturing or say producing those products, and they will have to support the person who is producing that product. So that will be done by the district local authorities. So this is how the one district one product scheme will be implemented. And again here, so what are the opportunities that are available with under this one district one product scheme? A lot of opportunities are there. That is your e-commerce and online marketing. That is wider market access to the one district one product products, bypassing the geographical limitation. So if any product gets a tag that this product comes under one district one product scheme, so then what would happen, it could be easily marketed through your e-commerce and other online marketplaces. So this is an opportunity. And again, if any product is associated with this ODOP scheme, so there's a very high chances that it would get GI tag, that is enhance the brand recognition. So it would, because see, the entire concept of this one district one product is associated with one district, that is nothing but a geographical location. So if the government of India has identified that this product is one of the best product from this district, there is very high chances that this product can get GI tag. Again, it will enhance the branding of that product. Again, tourism promotion, that is integrating your ODOP products with tourism. So whenever there's any tourist going into that district, so what would happen, this ODOP products would be sold to this tourist. So again, this ODOP products can be easily integrated with the tourism sector. Through tourism sector, again, it would promote the ODOP products. So these are the opportunities that are there. But however, there are challenges as well in order to implement this ODOP scheme, that is one district one product scheme. So what are the challenges that we have? The first challenge is infrastructural challenges. So even though the scheme is being supported by the government of India, the basic infrastructure in each district is not available. Basic infrastructure in terms of your 24 bar 7 electricity, your transportation network, water pipelines, etc. So as a reason, what would happen, even though assume that the state government has selected a important product from this district, if you have to produce that product at a large scale, you require a very good infrastructure setup, say in terms of electricity or transportation network, water pipelines, etc. But however, in India, that is the important challenge over here. So that is, we do not have adequate infrastructure to even produce the ODOP products. So that is the important issues, that is your lack of infrastructure. Again, access to finance. So this is one of the another major challenge that we have. See, state government would identify the ODOP product, and again it would refer to the union government, and union government would start promoting, marketing, branding, etc. But if the union government is doing, who will have to produce it? The people belonging to that district, they have to produce it. If they have to produce it, what do we need? What one is, we require infrastructure, basic infrastructure is needed. And the next one is, we require money to produce. Money in a sense, I require some loan, or say I require some money to set up my manufacturing units, or say to procure the raw materials, etc. For that we require money. But however, in India, to access the credit facilities, to access the loan facilities for the MSME sectors, that is here MSME sector, yeah, MSME sectors is very difficult, or say because there's a lot of paperwork involved. As a reason, what would happen, access to finance is one of the important challenge that is faced by the MSME, who are the main players in this one district one product scheme. Clear? And the other important challenge is that market competition. Now the government, that is the government of India, would promote this one district ODOP products, but however it has to face the stiff market competition from various other entities, say MNCs, or say imports from other countries like China, etc. It has to compete with various other entities. So as a reason, what would happen, so again, the even though the government of India is promoting those products, it has to compete with the import, that is import from various countries, or say it has to compete against the MNCs. So that is one of the challenging aspects for this ODOP products. So now what can be done? So what are the future prospects and recommendations to have ODOP product or schemes implemented in a proper way? So what are the recommendations that we have? The most important recommendation is that we should develop the infrastructure in a proper way. That is, we should have the basic infrastructure, say in terms of your electricity, in terms of that is your transportation network, water pipelines, etc., so that we can have a good manufacturing units that would be producing this ODOP products. And similarly, financial inclusions has to be promoted. Say financial inclusion, so that the people who are producing this ODOP products, they have to get the credit facility, or say loan facility. So if they get the credit facility, or say loan facility, what would happen, they can set up their own manufacturing units and start producing that. So this will help in implementation of the ODOP scheme. So these are the, and again here we have technological integration. That is, nowadays we are in the phase of artificial intelligence. We should try to promote the technology among the manufacturing units of these ODOP products, so that we can increase the efficiency of the production of these ODOP products. And again, skill enhancement, that is the people who are indulging, or say who are producing these ODOP products, we will have to train them so that they produce a better quality of the product. So as a reason, it can be exported, or say its market value also increases. So these are the prospects or recommendation in order to implement the ODOP schemes properly. Is it clear? Fine. So now let us take the yeah now let us take this question. No, then which is the ministry that's implementing ODOP? That is your Ministry of Commerce. Yeah, Ministry of Commerce. Okay, fine. Good. Okay, so we'll be taking up the next topic, say the last topic from Kurukshetra at magazine. So I'll give you the gist about this article. So, making India the food basket of the world. So it says that India has a lot of potential for the agriculture in the agriculture sector, and as a reason, it can export the agricultural commodities across the world. That is, India can become the food basket for the entire world, where India can feed the entire world. That is the gist of this article. The article says that India does have potential to export the agricultural commodities to the entire world. So, as a reason, India can become the breadbasket of the world. So, that is the article all about. And the article initially starts with the status. What is the global food scenario? So, what is the global status regarding the food sector? And then it goes on to say what is current position of India, what are the potentials that India have, what are the challenges, and how do we overcome those challenges so that we can export the agricultural products to the world and become a bread basket of the world. So this is the entire gist of the article. Is it clear? Making India the bread basket of the world. Any doubt here? Got it. Okay, fine. So now let us start with the article. So again here, as per the article, it says that so the gist of the article is that how can India export its agricultural products to the world? So that is the concept in this article. So global food scenario. So what is the status of the global, and that is the food scenario across the world? Food scenario in the sense food sector or food sector. So again, the global food market is expected to reach $8 trillion, $8 trillion by 2027. So it's huge. So India's economy is somewhere around 3.5 trillion dollars. So by 2027, the global food market would be $8 trillion. Currently, India's economy is somewhere around 3.5 trillion dollars. So, and again, if you see the rate at which it is increasing, it is growing at 7.3 percentage. It's a big number considering the size of the food market. If it is growing at 7.3 percentage, it's a big number, and as a reason, it has a huge potential. That is, the food market across the world is growing at 7.3 percentage, and it is expected to reach $8 trillion by 2027. So as a reason, the global food market is growing. So in order to tap this growth, India has to export the agricultural commodities. So again here, so there is a rising population and increasing disposable income across the world. So the population is increasing and the increase in the disposable income. So as a reason, what would happen if the population is increasing and if the disposable income is increasing? What would happen? The demand of the agricultural products would also go high. And again, the demand for safe nutrition and affordable food is consistently rising across the world. So this is the gist of all the, that is the gist of the global food scenarios across the world. Is it clear? Fine. So now let us see what are the India's agricultural strengths that we have. Yeah, one second. What are the India's agricultural strengths that we have? Okay. So agricultural strength, that is what is India's potential now? That is, India is the second largest producers of fruit and vegetable globally. Second largest producers in terms of fruit and vegetable. India is the second largest producer in rice, wheat, and other most of the other cereals. And again, India is the largest producer of the milk with one of the highest cattle population. So these are the stats regarding India's agricultural strength. But however, there is a lot of potential for India's agricultural growth. So what are the potential for India's agricultural growth? So that is technological advancements. So this is the strength that we have. So that is, this is the current scenario, but we still have a lot of potential. That is, one is in terms of technological advancement. If you consider the India's current scenarios, almost say somewhere around 90 to 95 percentage of India's farmers are small and marginal. They're not a medium sized farmer or say big farmers. So they are small and marginal farmers whose land is less than 2 hectare, who have land of less than 2 hectares. So they are a small and marginal farmer. As a reason, they are not the small and marginal farmer, in the sense they will not have adequate money. So as a reason, they have not taken up any technological advancement in their field. So as a reason, even though we are the second largest producer in terms of food, in terms of fruits, vegetable, rice, wheat, and most of the other commodities, there is still a lot of scope, because there is, through technological advancement, that is adaptation of that is modern farming practices, and again innovations like precision farming, drip irrigations, high yield variety crops are increasing productivity and resilience. Again, when we start using this kind of technologies, like say precision farming, drip irrigation, or say high yield crop varieties, what would happen? Again, the growth, that again the agricultural production, or say agricultural yield would go high. So again, these are the potentials that still we have, but we haven't achieved it. So these are the potentials that we have. But what are the commodities that India export? So India mainly exports rice. Well, India is one of the largest exporter of rice, sugar, spices, and meat. So these are the large. India is one of the largest exporter of rice, sugar, spices, and meat. And so this contributes the large basket of India's export in terms of your agriculture. So these are the major exports that India has. But however, what are the challenges to India's exports, agricultural exports? One main challenge is climate change impacts. So we know that, again, in the economic survey also, it was clearly stated that because of climate change, or say global warming, the agricultural yield in India is about to decline. This was stated in the economic survey. So again, climate change, that is the climate change impact. With the increase in temperature, what would happen? With the increase in temperature, the productivity will come down. So again, it's a challenge. See, the aim is, how do we export the agricultural commodity from India to the world, so that other parts of the world. So one of the important challenges, that there is a global warming. Because of global warming, what will happen? The overall productivity is coming down. Overall productivity of agriculture is coming down. So as a reason, India will not have adequate facilities, or say adequate food grains to export, because of global warming. Again, erratic rainfall will lead to crop failures. If there is a crop failure, what would happen? This will again affect the agricultural yield, or say agricultural productivity. That would challenge India's export potential and to become a food basket of the world. So these are your climate change impacts. And again, here, global market dynamics. Again, in global market dynamics, so the trade disputes. So we have seen that the trade wars, or say imposing tariffs, etc., on the agricultural products. Say Europe is infamous for imposing tariffs on India's agricultural products. Say Alfonso, since it's a mango season, Europe as well as US has imposed a lot of non-tariff barriers on Alfonso mangoes, a classic example. Because of this global market dynamics, that is in terms of your trade disputes, we cannot export our agricultural product as much as we have the potential. And again, price volatility, and again, in the global at the global level, the commodity markets are highly fluctuating. That is, the agricultural commodity markets are highly fluctuating. If it is highly fluctuating, so again, it acts as a deterrent to export the agricultural commodities. So these are your global market dynamics. Again, So but however, what is government of India doing? So government of India is has set up something called as APEDA. So what is this APEDA? APEDA is Agriculture and Processed Food Export Development Authority. Agriculture and processed food export for processed food products export development authority, we call it as APEDA. So this APEDA is one dedicated agency. What does your NHAI do? NHAI, National Highway Authority of India. So what does this NHAI do? The only objective of NHAI is to construct national highways, maintain the national highways. That's it, right? So this is one entity, the one agency like NHAI. So similarly, in order to increase agricultural export, Government of India has set up this APEDA. So what is APEDA? Agriculture and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority. This is your APEDA. And what does this APEDA do? APEDA is a apex body under the Ministry of Commerce. It promotes the agricultural products export to other countries. That is the important work of APEDA. So it tries to promote the export of agricultural commodities from India. So that is your APEDA. But what does it do? So how do APEDA work, or say how do APEDA promote the export of agricultural goods? Again, APEDA facilitates the export of various agricultural products, say in terms of your fruits, vegetables, spices, etc. How does APEDA then promote the export of agricultural goods? Say if you're in Delhi, or say some of the important cities, APEDA organizes trade fair where the buyers and sellers, trade fair, international trade fairs, not a small one. It is APEDA will set up the international trade fairs where the buyers from the international community, or say across the world, the buyers will come to this fair, and the sellers from Indians, that is Indian farmers, will come to this fair. So as a reason, what would happen? The buyers and sellers can meet together and can discuss on the export. So this is how APEDA promotes the export of agricultural commodities from India. And also what APEDA does is that it provides financial assistance and incentives to the exporters. That is it provides financial assistance and the incentives to the exporter, that is the farmers who are exporting the agricultural products. So this is how the APEDA works. But what is the way forward? See, Indian agriculture has immense potential, even though there are challenges like, say, climate change, global trade disputes, etc. Indian agriculture still has immense potential because we haven't still realized the actual potential. See, as of now, India is one among the top two or top three in most of the agricultural commodities. So despite having, say, 90 to 95 percentage of small farmers, 90 to 95 percentage of the farmers are small and marginal. Despite this, we are in the one of the leading producers of agricultural commodities. But however, if we adopt technologies, so as a reason, what would happen? So our agricultural production will go high, and this will help in exporting the agricultural commodities to other parts of the world. So as a reason, we can become the food basket of the world. That is, India's agriculture sector holds immense potential further export growth. By addressing the challenges and focusing on the strategic initiatives, India can solidify its position as a global export powerhouse. So this can be the conclusion. Is it clear? Fine. So now let us go to the next article. Yeah, sure, Prabhat. No issues. We can do that. Okay. Others, any doubt? Yeah, just when state government will identify the products, that's ODOP products. Fine. Okay. So now let us go to the next topic. So the next topic is regarding is from Yojana magazine, and again Yojana magazine this February month was based on the theme artificial intelligence. So one of the important aspect of this magazine was that it emphasized the artificial intelligence usage in various sectors. So then the most important article was, that is, role and scope of artificial intelligence in citizen service. So again here, this article directly deals with gs2 governance. So in governance we speak about how do we enhance the public service delivery, so how to ensure accountability, transparency, etc. This article completely deals with the governance aspects. That is, how can we increase the governance and the public service delivery, that is the public service delivery through artificial intelligence. Is it clear? Okay, fine. Yeah, Afrin, AI is threatened. Okay, we'll come to it. How piracy, etc. Okay, fine. Okay, so now let us start with artificial intelligence. So, what is artificial intelligence? So, basics, what is artificial intelligence? So, artificial intelligence is a program, it is a computer program, or so it's a machine language. What it does is it simulates the human intelligence. So, it is a machine language, it's a computer program that simulates the human intelligence in terms of problem solving. So in terms of problem solving, simple language, what is artificial intelligence? It is a computer software or computer program that simulates the human intelligence in terms of problem solving. Simple language, that is your artificial intelligence. That is, it includes learning, reasoning, problem solving, perception, and decision making. So in simple word, if you have to if in simple definition, if you have to summarize what is artificial intelligence, it is a program, or it is a software that mimics the human intelligence in terms of problem solving through various procedures, say through learning, reasoning, decision making, etc. So that is your artificial intelligence. And AI system can learn and adopt from the data, enabling them to perform the tasks that are traditionally require human expertise. So how does the AI actually function? See, basically what happens is, so in AI, you provide some input data. A huge set of data are given to the computer. So all the huge set of data are given to the computer. The computer will process all this data, and again it will, this is your computer, so this is your computer, this is your data. So again, the computer, huge set of data has fed into the computer, as your software that is fed into the computer. The computer will process all this data, and then after, once the computer has access to all this data, then you give any question, or say you are ask anything, the computer will analyze all this data and give out a reply. So there would be a reply. Again, this reply would again go into the data only. So what would happen, it is kind of a feedback loop, that is, it keeps learning. So whatever the output that comes, if you tell that it is right, so it will, the computer will think that whatever the output that comes, if the output is right, it will take the feedback from the user and it will consider it as a right. And if the output was wrong, the user would tell that this output was not a preferred one. The computer will learn from its output. So this is the basic concept of your artificial intelligence. And now let us see, this article speaks completely about how do we use artificial intelligence in citizen services, that is your public service delivery. How artificial intelligence plays a crucial role in the citizen services. First one is, it enhances the accessibility. See, the famous one, okay, in the recent times, this Digi Yatra. So if you have traveled in the recent past to any airport, you would see this Digi Yatra. Not in any airport, some metro cities airport, you would see this Digi Yatra app. In the DigiYatra app, there is one AI bot that comes, right? So what is this AI bot? So it this is 24 bar 7 support facilities are provided through artificial intelligence. This is your AI bot. So earlier, if you have to take any government services, it used to be during the office hours. Now what has this artificial intelligence done? So now the government services are provided 24 bar 7 using artificial intelligence. That is enhanced accessibilities. That is, you can access the government services 24 bar 7. That is enhanced accessibility. Again, it will provide personalized services. Personalized services in a sense, based on the data that is given by you to the system. So the system will provide you the personalized services, say in terms of offering tailored recommendation solutions experience on the basis of individuals preference, needs and behavior. So the government services will also now can be personalized services. That is, whatever you desire, those services would be provided to you. So again, personalized services are also possible through artificial intelligence. And again, improved efficiency. This is one of the important aspects of artificial intelligence. It will improve the efficiency of government functioning. See, now all the rudimentary jobs, that is the manual, the repetitive jobs, will be taken over by the artificial intelligence, say in terms of giving tickets, etc. So that will be taken over by the artificial intelligence. So as a reason, what will happen? So it will increase the efficiency in the government system, and it will lead to the better citizen services. So earlier, due to the manual job, the duration to avail a citizen services was very long. Now, due to artificial intelligence, what will happen? The duration to avail the citizens avail any citizen services is very less, because the manual jobs have been eliminated. So again, this will increase the efficiency in the government services, or say citizen services. And artificial intelligence can also be used in the healthcare, say healthcare, in terms of your telemedicine, or say medical imaging analysis, personalized medicine, etc. That is, artificial intelligence can be integrated in the healthcare system, so that what would happen? It would give you personalized medicine. It will help in better medical imaging analysis. So as a reason, what would happen? This will enhance the citizen services. And this one, that is artificial intelligence, is very crucial in terms of urban planning. Say if you consider, say Bangalore, the Bangalore traffic system is using artificial intelligence. So they have signed one MOU with Japan, and then they are using artificial intelligence in order to predict the traffics in various junction spots. So again, that will help in urban plan. That will Artificial intelligence can help in urban planning, say in terms of optimizing public transportation system, or say improving emergency response, or say predicting the potential risks, etc. So artificial intelligence has important role in terms of your health sector, or say in terms of your urban planning as well. And in terms of your public safety also, say public safety, say that is your prediction of disasters, or say cyber security solutions, surveillance systems, etc. Your artificial intelligence will play a very important role. So, and the financial services, this is one of the crucial aspects of development of artificial intelligence in the current times. And the recent report says that there was 1 billion cyber crime incidents that had taken place in India last year. 1 billion. So again, financial services, of which most of them were financial thefts. So again, here financial services is very important. That is, artificial intelligence will help in financial services in terms of, say, fraud detection, or say risk assessment, etc. So artificial intelligence has various benefits to in providing the citizen services. So if we include artificial intelligence in the governance, it has various benefits. But what are the exact benefits? That is your enhanced efficiency. As we saw earlier, artificial intelligence automates the task, reduces the manual work. As a reason, it will enhance the efficiency of the government services. Again, cost saving. Why it is cost saving? It will lower the manpower, so as a reason that will lead to cost saving. And improved quality of services. Improved quality of services in the sense, due to the quick service delivery, or say lack of due to the lack of human interaction, what would happen? The corruptions would come down, the service delivery would be more quick, and this will enhance the quality of services that people can get benefit through artificial intelligence, or say that citizens can get benefit through artificial intelligence. And again, increase the accessibility to various government schemes. That is, 24/7 chatbots are available through artificial intelligence. Again, it will not constrain the people through geographical limitations, or say time limitations. So AI will promote the chatbots through which the citizens can avail the government services 24/7, irrespective of their geographical location or irrespective of their time. So these are the benefits of artificial intelligence in governance. But however, there are challenges of artificial intelligence. So what are the challenges? One is data piracy. Oh, sorry, data privacy. See, how does artificial intelligence work? So, what did I tell? Artificial. If you have to use artificial intelligence, this is your computer, and then again here the data is fed into the computer. So the data is fed into the computer. So if you're using this data in order to create one artificial intelligence, you are compromising the data of other people. So it can lead to data privacy, that is breach of protecting breach of data privacy can happen. Can happen. Again, this is a challenge. Again, skill gaps. That is, artificial intelligence is a new technology, and many people haven't adapted to the artificial intelligence. As a reason, what would happen? This would again, due to the skill gap, this would lead to loss of jobs as well. So that is, skill gaps can also lead to loss of jobs. And again, algorithmic biases. Artificial intelligence is infamous for its biasness. So why algorithmic biasness? Because the data that we feed into the artificial intelligence, if it is not proper, the artificial intelligence will show some biasness. Say it might favor one community, or say it might not favor one section of the society. So these are the challenges that are present in the artificial intelligence. And again, there is major thing is that ethical concerns. So ethical concerns are one of the important challenge in artificial intelligence. That is, if you have to operate artificial intelligence, you need to feed in the data. So if you are giving in the data to the computer, have you taken the consent of the person? So without consent, can you give feed in other person's data into the system? That is a that will lead to effect of privacy. Again, these are the ethical concerns that is a big challenge in implementing artificial intelligence in the governance aspects. But what can be done? So what are the future prospects? Future prospects are that we should have a proper regulatory framework. See, artificial intelligence is a reality, and it has emerged, and it is a reality. So it is not that we cannot it is not that we can stop artificial intelligence. We cannot stop artificial intelligence. So as a reason, what is the best way approach? Now we should have a proper regulatory framework where the government will develop the proper policies through where it can monitor and regulate the usage of artificial intelligence. That is the need of the hour. And again, continuous monitoring and evaluation is needed in artificial intelligence, because artificial intelligence is infamous for biased results, or say racial bias results, etc. So as a reason, we should have we should have continuous monitoring and evaluation of the artificial intelligence, so that we can fine tune the outputs, or say outcomes, from the artificial intelligence. So these are the prospects of artificial intelligence. And now we'll take up the question. So kindly go through the question. Yes, Lopita, artificial intelligence has a potential to create unemployment. Dheeraj, what is citizen services? The services that are provided to the citizens. That is citizen services. Okay, so good, fine. Okay, so now this article, that is cyber security challenges in the era of artificial intelligence. What is the question, Ria? Help POQ from the food basket. Okay. Surya, inaccessibility of technology. See, inaccessibility of technology, and say, for example, DigiYatra. Let us consider the DigiYatra. So, DigiYatra. So, for the people who know it, it's well and good. For the people who don't know, DigiYatra is on mobile app where it scans your photo. It's a purely artificial intelligence based app. So, initially it scans your face, and then once you enter into airport, there's a security check-in is there. So what will happen in DigiYatra, since your face is already scanned, and there also in the airport also there's a camera that scans your face. So, and through artificial intelligence it recognizes that you are the person. So there's no line for it. So no line in the sense, no major big queue for DigiYatra. But if you have to go through a regular way, one CRPF personnel, or say usually if it's a small airport it is CRPF, or it's a big airport it is CASF personnel, would be sitting there. He will assess your ID card, and he will scan your check, and then he will allow. So that is a normal way. That will have a big queue. But whereas if you use DigiYatra, so the queue is very less because it is very quick. So it just scans your photo and it matches with your app, and you can go on. So you need not bother about the security check-in as such. But if a person who doesn't have the idea about using this app, again it becomes a challenging. So this is your inaccessibility to technology. Assume that I don't know how to operate this DigiYatra app. So then what is the purpose of having artificial intelligence in governance? Even though if we incorporate artificial intelligence in the governance, if I cannot access the technology, if I don't know the technology to access artificial intelligence, then the purpose is not getting served. Is it clear? So that is the aspects of it. Okay, fine. So now let us take up this topic: cybersecurity challenges in the era of artificial intelligence. It's a very small article, but however, if you analyze, guys, you can just go and analyze your GS3 paper. So GS3 security questions. So in your GS3, it is always question number 9, 10, 19. Yeah, question number 9, 10, 19, 20. So it's always your security questions. Question number 9, 10, 19, 20 is your security questions most of the time. So every year you analyze, there is always one topic on cyber security. Always, every year there's one standard question on cyber security. So that's the reason we have taken up this cyber security challenges in the era of artificial intelligence. But however, if possible, get the physical copy of this Yojana magazine, and at least go through this article, that is cyber security challenges in the era of artificial intelligence, because this question, or say this topic, is the most repeated topic in your GS3 cyber security. It's common. If you're writing a mains answer, so mains examination, you should know that there will be one cyber security question. So it's pretty much most repeated question. So cyber, that's the reason, the very small article, go through it. Okay, fine. So now let us start with this topic: cybersecurity challenges in the era of artificial intelligence. So what is AI in cybersecurity? So you understood what is AI, right? So AI is a simple concept. It is a machine which has some algorithm through which it can indulge in, or say it can mimic the human intelligence in terms of problem solving. That is your artificial intelligence. But AI in cybersecurity means that you have the same capacity, but you use it for that capacity, that intelligence, you use that intelligence for threat, that is cybersecurity threat detection, analyze and response. So you have the same see, what is artificial intelligence? Having the capacity to mimic human intelligence, that is artificial intelligence. If one computer has a capacity, if one software has a capacity to mimic the human intelligence, that is your artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence in cybersecurity means that this is one program, or say one software, that has the capacity of human intelligence in terms of identifying a cybersecurity threat, analyzing it and responding to it. Are you getting this concept? What is cybersecurity in artificial AI in cybersecurity? It is a program that has human, that can mimic human intelligence in terms of analyzing the cyber threat, responding to it, or say detecting the cyber threat, analyzing and responding to it. So that is your AI in cyber security. Fine. Okay. So now the AI in cybersecurity, it's a double-edged sword. So don't always think that AI in cybersecurity is always good. That is, it's going to help in detecting the cyber threats, or so help in responding the cyber threat. That is one aspect of it. That is, AI, artificial intelligence, is one of the important tools. Say for example, if you take almost all the leading antivirus software, say be it your Bitdefender, or say your Norton antivirus, has now integrated artificial intelligence in its functioning. So that is, artificial intelligence is a powerful tool for cyber security. That is, it can automatically detect the cyber threats and respond to it, analyze vast amount of data to identify the pattern, like whether there would be a future cyber attack, etc., or it helps in predicting and preventing the attack. So that is your the artificial intelligence is very good in terms of managing the cyber threats. Yeah, that is in terms of managing the cyber threats. But these are the ways. That is, your artificial intelligence will help in analyzing the cyber threats, or say predicting the cyber threats, or say giving response to any cyber threats, etc. So it is a powerful tool for artificial intelligence is a powerful tool to manage the cyber threats. But however, the same artificial intelligence can be used to have a cyber security attack. That is, see, artificial intelligence will help in managing the cyber security attack. Now the same artificial intelligence can be used to attack other networks, so other digital infrastructure. So that is also possible in artificial intelligence. That's the reason we call it as artificial intelligence is a double edged sword. So the article says that, though artificial intelligence is good, it helps in managing the cybersecurity attacks. But however, there are people who use artificial intelligence to indulge in cybersecurity attacks. That is, artificial intelligence can also be used by the attackers. That is, developing sophisticated malwares that adopts and learns. See what happens. See, how does your antivirus work? So this antivirus is a set of program that would detect the malware. So say that malware, so say malicious software. So it would detect the malicious software. Say, let us take the example of Norton antivirus. How Norton antivirus detects the virus, or say detects the malware? Because in Norton antivirus, the engineers have programmed the Norton antivirus to detect certain kind of virus or say certain kind of malware, malicious softwares, which is very harmful for the laptop or say computer. So who is going to feed in the data? The engineers of Norton, they will feed in the data into this. That is the Norton software, the antivirus software. It will try to detect any of the elements or say any of the malicious software that has been given to the not an antivirus. But however, the attackers, what are they doing? They are using artificial intelligence in order to analyze the antivirus and see which kind of malicious software cannot be detected by this not antivirus, and they will send that type of malicious antivirus or some malicious software. So what will happen? They are using artificial intelligence to see what is the capacity of any antivirus and then find the loophole and attack the computer. So that is developing sophisticated malwares to adopt and learn. So that is the malicious software that will adopt and learn. So if the malicious software knows that if not an antivirus has the capacity to identify it, this malicious software will adopt and learn and will try to become another type of malicious software where this not an antivirus cannot identify. So that is possible through artificial intelligence, and that cyber that is the attackers are using this one. And again, launching social engineering attacks that are more believable. What is social engineering attacks? Social engineering attacks are like your phishing, that is uh, phsi phishing, not phishing, phishing. It's very famous in India, right? What is that? The Netflix series, that Jamtara Netflix series. Yeah. Again, here you would also get that mail saying that you want say 80 lakhs rupees. So click this or say fill this form to avail this 80 lakhs rupees, or say call this number to avail this 80 lakhs rupees, etc. So those are your phishing mails. In the sense, the email ID or say the website would look exactly the same as that of your original website or say original website, and it will try to extract your identity and the important data that are very essential for the financial transactions. So again, launching social engineering attacks, that is artificial intelligence, are used in phishing attacks or say launching a social engineering attacks. So this is also possible. That is, artificial intelligence is not just helpful. It's not just helpful for one side of the cyber attack, that is to prevent the cyber attack. Artificial intelligence is also being used for cyber attacks. So, but what are the types? That is types of AI powered cyber attacks. One is your machine learning based cyber attack. Machine learning based cyber attack, in a sense, the program will analyze the capacity of the antivirus or say the Windows firewall, etc., and it will learn itself so much so that it will find a way to bypass those security features. That is, the malicious actors use a machine learning or algorithm to evade the detection. That is, it will try to bypass the antivirus or say a Windows firewall, etc. So that is your machine learning based attacks. And the next one is adversarial AI techniques. What is this adversarial AI techniques? Just focus here. Adversarial AI techniques. Here, the attackers, attackers deploy adversarial AI to manipulate the AI system. So now see here. Now the war is, there are certain entities are using artificial intelligence to control the cyber threats or the cyber attacks. The attackers, what are they doing? The attackers are utilizing the artificial intelligence to trick this artificial intelligence. So this is one AI, this is one artificial intelligence program. AI means one program, one computer software. So this software is used to control the cyber security. So now the attackers, what are they doing? The attackers, they are using one AI. This AI will control this AI. So are you getting this? This is your adversarial AI techniques. So one artificial intelligence software is trying to control the cybersecurity threats. The attackers are using another artificial AI software in order to control this AI software, which is controlling the cybersecurity threats. So this is your adversarial AI techniques. So these are the types of your artificial intelligence, that is AI powered cyber attacks. So what has to be the future of AI in the cyber security? See, the AI in cyber security, the most important one is collaboration between human and artificial intelligence is the most important thing. See, if there is any adversarial AI technique, so what would happen? That this AI would get compromised, this software would get compromised. So if this software would get compromised, then the entire cyber security would get affected. So we cannot completely give out the cyber security to the artificial intelligence. So what would happen? So what is the best way out? The best way out is we will have to support, we should have a collaboration between the artificial intelligence and human network, that is human securities, so that if there is any threat to the artificial intelligence, the human can sense and then take appropriate actions. So but however, artificial intelligence, it is not that always humans are in charge of managing the cyber security. The artificial intelligence can do the repetitive jobs, but however, it is a human intervention is also needed, because the attackers are attacking the artificial intelligence which is taking care of the cyber security. So here we should have a collaboration between artificial intelligence and human security. Again, continuous innovation is needed, uh, or else what would happen? The attackers would start attacking the artificial intelligence software that is indulging in the cyber security measures. So these are the future aspect, that is the future of the artificial intelligence in cyber security. Is it clear? Any doubt here? Okay, fine. Any other doubt? A second type of artificial intelligence. Which one? Second type of AI attack. This one, adversarial AI technique. See, it's a simple concept. Adversarial AI technique is that now what are we doing? We are using artificial intelligence for cyber security, to control the cyber security. So there is one AI that let us consider the example of Norton. So because Norton uses artificial intelligence, Norton is a famous antivirus software. So Norton uses artificial intelligence to control the malicious software or virus. So Norton uses artificial intelligence. So this Norton's artificial intelligence will control cyber security. No, this is the one. See, artificial intelligence is a set of is a software that has a algorithm that would mimic the human intelligence. So Norton is using one artificial intelligence that mimics the human intelligence in order to identify the malicious software, virus, etc., in order to identify the cyber threats. So this is the AI. So this AI controls the cyber security. Assume that there is one attacker who wants to indulge in cyber security attacks. So rather than attacking any other computer, so what this cyber security attacker, what he will do, he will use this adversarial AI technique. Rather than indulging in cyber security, he will attack this artificial intelligence. That is, he will use one artificial intelligence to attack this artificial intelligence. This artificial intelligence is a good artificial intelligence because it is stopping the cyber security, so cyber security threats. But however, this attacker will use another set of artificial intelligence program that would attack the good artificial intelligence program. So that is called as your adversarial AI technique. Is it clear, Steven? Clear? Okay. Yeah, Nikhil, something like that. Okay, a robot movie. Okay, okay, fine. How do criminals get access to artificial intelligence? Yeah, it's common, man. Criminal, anyone can get access to artificial. Matlab, you should know coding. Matlab, if you are good at coding, you can create your own artificial intelligence system. Artificial intelligence system is matlab, it is just a software which has a lot of data. This software will utilize this data to give out a reply. So it's as simple as this. That is your artificial intelligence. So the famous AIs are your ChatGPT. Okay, ChatGPT, or say your Gemini. And Gemini belongs to Google, ChatGPT belongs to Microsoft, etc. Because Google and Microsoft have too much data, so that's the reason whatever commands that you give in ChatGPT, you get up the right answers. Similarly, in Gemini is Google. So Google has hell lot of data, so they have so much data that you give any command, you get almost the right result in Gemini. So what is artificial intelligence? It is a software where you feed in big set of data, and this software will analyze this data to give out a reply. That is the simplest way of explaining artificial intelligence. Yeah, fine. Okay. Now let us take the last topic of the day, that is your unlocking the potential and challenges of generative AI. So what is this generative AI? So what is generative AI? Unlocking the potential and challenges of generative AI. So again here, first let us understand what is generative AI. So you understood what is artificial intelligence, right? So artificial intelligence means it is a system, it's a software that can mimic human intelligence in problem solving. Simple definition. So what is generative AI? Generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that uses the content, or so that uses a set of data that is present in the system in order to generate new content altogether. So that is called as your generative AI. Are you getting this concept? See, generative AI means, so it is a one software, it's one type of artificial intelligence that has huge amount of data. So what the software will do, this software, by using this huge amount of data, will generate new content altogether. So that is called as your generative AI. It is generating new content by using a set of data that it has. Say that's your ChatGPT, Gemini. So these are the classic example of generative AI. Is it clear? So who is this person? So yeah, this one. Who is this person? Okay, this is not a real person as such. There's no one in the world who is looking like this. So this is not a real human being as such. So this is a generative AI. So in ChatGPT, that is in your Bing, if you give this, yeah, this is your Bing, you give this command, that is image of a UPSC aspirant who is studying seriously. So this was generated by Bing, that is your Microsoft Bing. So this is a generative AI. So this was, again, this no this, these are not the real humans. These are generative AI, that is intelligence focused on creating new set of data. The new set of data can be, it can be your image, it can be song, it can be a movie, it can be a story, anything. It can be even your UPSC mains answers also. So if you put any UPSC questions in your chat GPT or say Gemini, so you will get the proper answers. So that is your generative AI. So it is generating the new content. Say for example, if I give the command again, that is image of UPSC aspirant who is studying seriously, I will not get the same image again. This image is completely new. Again, if I use the same command, I will not get the same image. Is it clear? Okay. So are you getting this? Yeah. Okay. So this is your generative AI. Any doubt till here? Fine. So what are the potentials of generative AI? So so yeah, yes, Aditi. Yeah, all these things are generative AI only. What are the potentials of generative AI? Again, revolutionize the creative industry. See here, your creative industry. See what is creative industry. See in terms of movie making, songs, etc. These are creative industries. That is, you create something new. So if you're into movie making, you create something new. So songs, stories, etc. You're creating something new. So if there is what, then what is generative AI doing? So generative AI is also doing the same thing. It has a set of data. Using this data, it will create some new data. It will generate some new data. So that is your generative AI. So it is going to revolutionize the creative industries. Say in terms of new designs, or say if the car manufacturer, example is car manufacturer, if they have to design a new car, they can use the generative AI. So earlier it used to take a lot of time to design a new car. Now generative AI, so they just need to give commands, and again you'll get the generative images. And now your chat GPT is coming with generative AI for videos as well. So that is going to change the entire landscape of movie or say your short film industries as such. So you just need to put in the command, a character will play as per the command. So that will can revolutionize the entire creative industries. And again, that is accelerating scientific discoveries. See, generative AI plays a crucial role in various scientific discoveries, that is developing of new materials. So say pharmaceutical industries. So in pharmaceutical industries, research should be conducted. That is like how the product would react, etc., has to be conducted. But however, in generative AI, what would happen? The generative AI will have a big set of data. Using this data, it would analyze, and it would give the it can give the probable outcomes because of any chemical reaction, etc. So various opportunities are there to use generative AI in pharmaceutical industries, or say designing, that is even designing experiments. So there's a huge potential of generative AI in the accelerating, that is in the scientific discoveries. Again, it will enhance the productivity. Generative AI will enhance the productivity. Say for example, if you know anyone who's in the coding business, or say who is working in IT sector, the coding business. Again, nowadays people are using ChatGPT left, right, and center for coding purpose. So what will happen? Again, it is going to increase the efficiency of the employees. So rather than spending 5 hours, 6 hours on typing a code, put the command in the ChatGPT, it will give a proper code. So earlier, if you are working in IT sector, you'll know that. Also, if you know someone who's working in IT sector, they would know that in order to debug any one code, it would take few days or few weeks. Now put the same code in ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will debug and give you within few seconds. Where just analyze the time. So earlier it used to take few weeks. Now within few seconds you're getting a proper code. So again, that will increase the productivity. So these are the potentials for generative AI in the industry. And again, but however, what are the challenges of generative AI? So the classic, the most important challenge is that is data biasness and fairness. See again here, how does generative AI work? Simple concept. How does generative AI work? So generative AI, so you have a set of data, you feed in a set of data, and then after once the system, or once a software has a huge amount of data, then you give any command, this software will depend on this data to give the output. That's how your generative AI works. Now what if the set of data that I have given to the system is biased, if it is not proper, if it is not neutral? So what would happen? The system which depends on the data will also give a biased result. So that's how the generative AI works, right? So how does the generative AI create a new content altogether? Where does it get the information? The information is preloaded. So this preloaded information, if it is not neutral, if it is not biased, so then what would happen? The output of the generative AI will be biased. So recently what happened, this is a recent news, that is the generative AI Gemini is one generative AI, that is your Google's generative AI is known as Gemini. So again the Gemini, so it gave a very distasteful output for honorable PM, and it called honorable PM as a fascist. And why? How could one generative AI call honorable PM as fascist? Because the data set that the Gemini used was biased. So as a reason, when this issue was raised against Google, so Google had to apologize. So because the mistake was the data that was fed into this Gemini was flawed. So again, if the outcome, the whatever the outcome that comes from the generative AI can be biased, or say it may not be fair. So this is one of the important challenge of generative AI. And again, generative AI has a lot of other issues like deep fakes. So deep fakes and misinformation, see, these are the fake images, these are deep fakes which looks like a real image. Deep fake means these are the images that looks like a real image but are fake. Say this is these are deep fakes. Again, the important case, matlab, just go through it, the important case that is being fought by Italian prime minister against deep fake, because she was a victim of deep fake, and she is fighting one of the important case against deep fake. So deep fake is also a product of generative AI, and this is one of the major challenge of generative AI. And again, here the last one is job displacement is one of the major issue. See, this generative AI will use a big set of data and it will generate the output. But however, what will happen to the person? Say for example, the person what will happen to the painters? So now if you have to paint any image, so we can use generative AI. If you have to develop any graphics, so we can use generative AI. Earlier there was a dedicated graphic teams were there who were developing these images. Now no need of having graphic team, you just need to put in the command in, say, Gemini, or say in ChatGPT, or say in Bing, etc. You will get the image. Now where will this graphic designer go? It will lead to job displacement, or say it will affect the jobs of various people. So these are the challenges of generative AI. So how do we mitigate these challenges? So there has to be proper ethical guidelines that has to be there. So that has to be there so that we can regulate the artificial, that is generative AI. If we do not have ethical guidelines, it can lead to a biased output, and it can change the entire narrative in the society. So again, ethical guidelines has to be there, and there has to be a proper mechanisms to detect the biasness and mitigate it. So proper mechanisms has to be laid down in order to detect the biasness, and efforts has to be taken to mitigate those biasness. And then quality assurance has to be there, that is a proper testing has to be there before rolling out the artificial intelligence. That's the reason why, so currently Google has banned all the outputs on the election in India. In Gemini, you can try this. Gemini is your Google's generative AI, right? So in Gemini, so Google has completely banned all the outputs on the election in India. You give any command regarding the elections, Lok Sabha elections in India, so Google will not, the Gemini will not give any result. So Google has banned it. So again, quality assurance has to be conducted, has to be there. That a proper testing has to be done. So before the AI is properly released, testing has to be done. So these are the mitigation measures. So that has to be taken in order to manage the generative AI. So now what is the conclusion, or so what is the road ahead? That is, generative AI is a good thing provided you use it properly. It will increase the efficiency. It has a lot of potential in terms of creative industries, etc. So it has a lot of potential even in your even in your pharmaceutical industry. It has a big role. Even in scientific research, it has a big role. But at the same time, generative AI can have a lot of negative impact, say in terms of deep fakes, or say in terms of your biased outcomes, etc. There are issues. So what is the way ahead? That is, we have to develop in a responsible way. That is, generative AI has to be developed in a responsible way, and deployment of generative AI are essential, but you have to develop in a responsible way. Focus on building fairness, transparency in generative AI model. So this has to be the conclusion or the way forward in order to have a proper, or say, ethical generative AI model, or say, mechanisms. Now let us take up this question. Yes, Prajwal. AI can be used in judiciary also. There are discussions of using AI in judicial systems. So, okay. OpenAI, the majority stakeholder, Microsoft is one of the major stakeholder in OpenAI. Okay, fine. Okay, so good. So the answer is D. Fine. Yeah. So this is the end of the class. Fine. So, chala then. So thank you guys. So let us meet for the next class. So all the best. So good night. Good night. Good night. Good night, everyone.